Hey, you know what time it is? It's time for Tough Love, Easy Love right now! Tough Love, Easy Love with me, DeFrancisco, and friends. Hey team, Tough Love, Easy Love is here today, and I'm so glad that you're watching the pod. We've got a bonus episode with Przy on the pod today, and I'll tell you what, Przy is so fun, and you probably follow her already, but if you don't, she's on tour. And she's coming to Columbus, Ohio at the Funny Bone and Columbus, Ohio at the Nest Theater and the Armando Show with improvisers doing improv scenes off of her beautiful stories. She's also touring to 15 or so cities across the United States, so you can catch her there. Hey, if you're listening to Tough Love, Easy Love or watching Tough Love, Easy Love, I'm so glad you're here. If you haven't been here before, let me give you the generals on how. If you want to submit a question for the pod, you can just follow us or DM us at Tough Love Easy Love on Instagram. If you go there, you can send us a DM, slide into the old DMs, will you? And give us a question, an advice type question that you need help on. You guys are coming to Tough Love Easy Love to DM us and let us know what you need advice about. Also, you can call a number if 614-929-5545. Again, that's 614-929-5545. Now that number can be used to a voice message if you'd like to voice message us and leave us a wonderful, thoughtful, kind of talked through idea or question. Or you can text us at that number if you're just real shy and you don't have your voice, out to the masses. You can also just text and we'll read it. The production team will grab those questions and we'll find some to vet for the show itself. Okay. So Tough Love, Easy Love is so happy to let you meet our new friend, Anna. Anna and I had never met in real time, and I'm featuring for her at her show coming up on tour in Columbus, Ohio, and she'll be in a show that I'm in at the Nest Theater the next day. The shows are September 25th and 26th. 25th, she'll be at the Funny Bone with her own show called Big Dumb Crybaby, and the 26th will be the Nest Theater, which is a bunch of improvisers that are very talented doing inspired improvisational scenes off of her extemporaneous stories, and maybe she'll jump in and improv with us. Who can say? And to catch her on tour anywhere across the U.S. that you might live, that she's coming. All right, here we go with Przy. Tough Love, Easy Love. Happening?
Oh my God, my sort of. It is. I have it. My microphone. It's like
never stop using that. Never stop touching it.
I think my dog ran into my microphone, so now it's just like hanging like directly. It's like it never ends. It's like I tried so hard and then oh my God.
No, let it.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah.
I'm sure after that you're like, wow, her morning show must be good. Really high quality stuff.
I've seen your morning show. It looks great. What the hell's going on with this computer?
I don't know. I also, to be fair, haven't been out here in a month, so
that's probably it. It's like I remember you, but only kind of.
Yeah,
the computer.
It's like no, we don't work.
We don't really talk. We're kind of taking a break. How are you? Hi, it's so nice to meet you.
I know, it's so nice to meet you too. I'm so excited. I'll see you next week.
It's only a week away.
That's insane. And
we have never met. You're witnessing our first meeting, and we do a show together next week in real time. She's running a show called Big Dumb Crybaby that's all about her, and that's happening all over the Midwest and the South and the
West and the North and the
and why don't you tell them about? We followed each other. I had been following her for a long time, and I found out she followed me. And we were like, oh my God, are we friends? And then she wrote me and asked me if I would do a little feature spot for her at her show. But will you tell the world everything about you in only 30 seconds, Anna?
Loaded question. I'm Anna Przy. I'm from the internet. That's where I live. I used to be like a little corporate, a little ladder climber, and now I'm not at all. And I'm running around the country doing a show called Big Dumb Crybaby, and I talk on the internet, and I do mental health stuff, and trying to the same stuff you do. Just trying to make people feel like they do not need to be trying as hard as they are, and that this is all really hard, and maybe sit down.
Maybe sit down. Our message to the masses is just maybe sit down. Can you take a minute? this is why I'd followed you, and she does these like incredible, you know who she is, but I'm just going to say it just so blah, blah, blah. But like, she's so fun. She's so kind. You've been really great. And I feel similarly of like making sure that people feel like they're being seen authentically. And it's not a big deal to be kind of a non-social media perfect sort of like vision. The irony of this all is that we got online today and
full disaster.
Yeah, disaster. It was like the mics didn't work. The mics fell apart. The bit rate wasn't good for the screen. We were frozen. We were like, hi, it's good to, whoops. Hey, it's good to,
it's
so
only
like
40 minutes from the first time you messaged me at this moment. So we really figured it out lickety split.
We really mastered the internet in which we live. We live in the internet, and here we are. And like
literally, and then here I am, of course, on my phone, which I guess is my preferred medium, but
isn't that funny too that like we were both like in studio in these places we record, and then we both were like, how do you use this thing? What's going on with the
I was like, I've been foiled by a pop-up blocker. Like my day has been ruined by this pop-up blocker.
Like, what is happening? Okay, wait. So you used to be corporate. I know this, but just for the people that are watching and maybe this is their first dip with you for whatever reason, you used to be in the corporate world.
It's not like corporate. I worked for a small business, but I was by the end of my time there, I was an owner. So like,
wow.
After 13 years of like working 80 hours a week and putting everything I had into this company, and like to the point, like, I mean, financially and otherwise, like all of my blood, sweat, and tears and energy. And then the pandemic hit, and I was like, oh. I don't know what I've been doing for the last 20 years.
Yeah, it's like you come out of a fog or something.
Yeah, because I never took the time to stop or sit down and ask myself any questions. Like, do you like this? Are you having fun? Do you feel like you're gonna crash and burn really hard? Spoiler alert, you are.
Yeah, you are.
And that was kind of how I even got online. I was an event planner for large scale sports events, so like triathlons, marathons, all of these things. But so we put on like 34 events with between 1,000 and 10,000 people a year. And so I mean, not only that, but I spent all those years front facing, like knowing people and seeing people and interacting with people. And now, I mean, that's really lent to my life now, where people are like, how do you just like know what to say? And then like, I realize now that I have 13 years of nonstop customer experience, like of customer service. And so it's so funny, but you just get to know how human beings operate.
Totally.
Like, at their core. And then, but yeah, the pandemic hit, and of course we couldn't put on any events because our restrictions were limited to 25 people until June of 2021 in Michigan.
Yep.
So that was over a year of not being able to put on events. So it just kind of gave me this long gap of time to be like,
what am I doing? What do I want?
Think I can do that anymore. Yeah. I don't even know if I like it. I don't know if it brings me any joy.
Yeah.
But you never stop, right? Like you go to school for 12 years and then you go to college for however many years you go, and then you graduate and then you get a job, and then it never is like, there's never this point where you sit down and have a long chat with yourself about like what you think you should do, because it was all laid out.
No, not at all. And you're right. Like educational systems make it so hard for us to break the idea of even questioning anything, because it's like path to path to path to rung to rung to rung, if you take that traditional way. And it's so hard to like sit down with yourself and be like, I don't know that I liked what I liked when I was 14, or thought I'd do it 18, or thought I'd do it 25, or whatever it is. It's like those like check-in moments aren't built in anymore.
Yeah.
And we're so optioned into this idea of like self-care as a mask you buy from Target, and you're like, I did it 1 hour of like rhubarb on my face, and that's supposed to be it. It's not enough. It's not like enough to really challenge yourself into thinking, do I like what I'm doing? And we have very similar paths that we haven't gotten to talk about at all, because I have a lot of like event management and nonprofit fundraising work prior, but I run I'm an artistic director and co-founder of an artistic space. So this space was under the same good restrictions during the pandemic that were mandatory, but there were also things that people kind of forgot about that didn't work event spaces that were like Omicron came and other things, like things kept coming up that would shut down or limit place of assembly where I am. So it was this weird, like, okay, when is it safe for us to bring our people back? How do we do it? Do we feel ethical letting people be together in like really close proximity? Do we allow how many people, like what's sustainable? Do people want to go out? Are they scared? Like it was like a constant re-asking of like, where do people want to be?
That's what I say. Like so then there's like 13 years of working nonstop. And then there's this pandemic where you had to reinvent the wheel every day because you had no idea what came next. And at first you do the postponing thing. And then you're like, no, we have to rework the whole thing from the ground up. And I was like, I didn't sign up to reinvent the wheel. Yeah. 6 times a week. I just did it.
Right. No one did it. And it was such a weird, I feel like the buzzword of that time was like really interesting pivot. Good pivoting. It was like constant pivots. I was like, all right, I get it. We're like 3-point shooters and we're pivoting constantly at all times. Like
and the unprecedented times.
Yeah. So unprecedented. And we are. Oh, I just wanted some precedented time.
And it was so hard because as a company and like being a small business and we had a staff of 12, who worked really closely and like really well together. Obviously we had to put on like build a town in a day and put on like a festival. But there's just this, you have no idea.
You have no idea
what to do with it all. Ever.
And like no one knew what to do, but it was different to be the space holders that were kind of like, we welcome you back, sort of, in this beautiful space, kind of, be cautious, are people ready to feel joy? And like, even with like events outside, like, God, I remember watching someone build a 5K in Chicago, like building the race end to end and being like, how did you do this? Because like the permits alone, the inflatables alone.
Yeah, right. People are like, you must make so much money. And you're like,
yeah.
You're like, do you know how much it costs to close the street?
You know how much it costs to close the street? You're like, no way.
You're like a lot. And off-duty cop charges you like $500 an hour. But that was the other hard part. Was we really prided on ourselves on not being money grabbers, right? Like we were like, we are not here to give you like a run-of-the-mill experience and get your cash. And that was like always our thing. We were like, we don't do virtual events. We don't, because like we are providing you an in-person experience that's worth your money. And then we immediately turned to money grabbers because it was like,
never mind. Hey. Like, actually, we'll take everything you have.
It was like, hey, I know that we used to operate in one way, but we need your cash.
We're hemorrhaging cash. Yeah. Right. Because I remember we were doing like streaming online. My partner and I were teaching like improv. We were teaching improv to like Korea. We were like doing every single class we could to keep the brick and mortar place open. So it was like everyone that's like, I had such a break during COVID. It really helped me recenter. I was like, what are you talking about? Like we were hustling constantly, be like, well, here's a storytelling workshop for, XYZ and wherever it was. So I feel like I never had that break until kind of things started to reopen, ironically, because then it was kind of like, okay, like now things are going the way I expected them to. And that allowed my brain to be sort of open.
That's when I crashed.
That makes sense. It makes sense.
I didn't crash until we went back to work. We went back to work and like around October 2020, I was like, that was the first time I ever went in my yard and screamed on camera. And that viral video, my very first viral video, all I said was, I don't want to do things. I want to do no things.
Oh
and
my God.
Right when we'd gone back to work and I was like, oh, I can never, you can't put me back in this box.
No.
I cannot.
No, like it's open now. Like I know that we don't have to work the way that we worked.
Yeah, I got out of the box and then I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, what happens when the person that never stops takes one moment to stop? That's always been my fear. I don't know about you, but like if I stop, I'm a shark. It's like if I stop, then I am like, I don't know who I am, what I'm doing, like everything spirals in a way that's really unhealthy. And I'm sure I'm sure a lot of people relate to that, which is why your videos like touched everyone's heart to just have someone say, what are we doing?
Yeah. And I mean, that's how it was for me. It was everything I was posting was just about what I was going through. Like,
yeah.
Were you happy or were you busy? And I was like, oh no.
Oh God.
I'm not really ready to go there.
Yeah, don't make me do this. How dare you, actually?
And I'm like, you know what? I was really busy.
I was really busy. There was a point where I don't know about you, but especially with events, this is such a similar world that like with comedy and stuff too, that you do. There's like this saying that you're only as good as your next show. It's the worst saying. And it really hits comedy people in a place that's it's supposed to be motivating. And it really is like this very dark shadow on, okay, so I can't even enjoy the thing I just did well. Like I have to like know that the next show has to be bigger, better, faster, or like more people need to be there or XYZ. And that's why I'm like, no, I always want to do shows that feel like everyone's in the room together and we're like experiencing this moment where we feel joy. And like when it's done, it's gone. And that's sort of the beauty of it. It's like we shared something together as a community in a room that felt magical. And that's always been more enchanting to me than something that's like exceptionally large scale. Those things are cool, but it's different to like be together with people and feel like we all felt the same thing. We all like took a breath together and laughed. And I don't know,
that was what happened to me though. Because I didn't leave my job until a year ago. So September 2024, I left. And I still work a little on the side.
Sure.
But it was when I was coming home, I did a West Coast tour. So I did like San Diego, LA, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, Denver. And I got in the car to drive home. And I was like, I know I said I've been waffling, right? Like I can do both.
Yeah.
I can do both. And like,
of course.
I'm not as invested in my job as I once was. Like I'm really doing just exactly as much as I need for the event to go on. Like I kind of lost that, like, put the magic in it, make it worth your money sparkle that I had. And then I came home, I was on the way home from that tour and I was like, I can never go back. Like for real. Like there was a lot of those, like, I don't think I can go back moments, but that was when I was like, you have to tell them you're leaving. Like you have to. And so it worked out okay because I got to be like, I'm going to leave at the end of this year is what I said. And they were like, well, why don't you leave in September after we put on this huge festival? And I just worked it again in September. And they were like, how about you leave after that? And I was like, great. So, but yeah, it was really, it was a lot of years of, and you could tell, and I felt bad. Like my staff was getting frustrated with me. Like as a boss, I was not showing up in a way that I wanted to show up. Like I didn't want to be that person who was like barely there and pretty uninvested. And like, as far as a boss goes, being like, I don't know, you're smart. Like do what you want.
Do it then. Yeah.
Yeah. And just over delegating, I'd say. Like, I don't want to micromanage you, but I was also not managing anybody. So you're like,
sure.
I'm 3 feet out the door. And there was so many people just like, you have to make a decision. Like,
maybe this is a thing you should do.
Like you have to. And so I did. And I'm really lucky, like when you talk about comedy, like I don't know anything. And I go into these spaces, like I know what I'll deal with because I'm a 37-year-old woman who has had a career. Like, I know that when I walk in and like you're being inappropriate and I don't feel safe in this space and like it's like janky and you're not honoring any of the terms in our agreement, like I'm like, no, thank you.
Yes, that's right. I'm like not everyone knows that probably. I mean, I think that there's an assumption probably made about the entertainment industry, but even on a smaller scale where it's more homegrown, when you are a comedian that performs and goes like rung to rung to place, like let's say you're a stand-up that has a pretty good following and people are coming to see you, which is a very like fortunate, fun place to be. toot toot. That said, you get the different clubs, and the club's management is all individually run. So they may or may not have like an ethical policy in tow for their club, or like how they treat their performers, how they treat their own staff, how those staff people interact with each other. And I think you'll find typically you'll go into houses that are more run by, I'd say like progressive hearted people that want to make sure their staff is treated well by the performer, and vice versa. Or like their performers watch each other's sets, like things that feel like a duh to us, like on the outside when you're not in comedy, are like not really a duh. Like it's somebody sometimes has to be like, hey, don't forget to watch the other comics you're playing with. And everyone's like, oh yeah, I guess I should. It's like so many people are used to like running across town to catch another set, or they just forget to like be kind to one another because it's such an adrenaline soaked industry that it doesn't have to be cruel. It can be really wonderful. And some of the improvisational houses, which we talked about a little bit, like improv houses sometimes have code of ethics in their build out. So it tends to feel better at spaces like that give a shit, where it's like, we are making sure that everyone is treating each other this way. And if they aren't, then they hit the bricks, like there's plenty of people to play in the world. So it's not
I have never seen or done improv.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I mean, I am.
I am. I will. I am. I mean, like,
I was like, I think I'm coming. No?
You're doing a show at the Nest Theater on Friday, September 26th. Is that right? Date wise?
Yeah.
Friday, September 26th. And Anna's doing a show at the Funny Bone in Columbus on September 25th. And that's her show that she's making, to show all these wonderful people at the Funny Bone. But the show she's doing on Friday is a thing called Armando that we run in Columbus. That's also a Chicago show. So like she'll tell stories. You'll see a set of improvisers do scenes off of those stories that are inspired by. She can jump in if she wants, but like often it's like the guests of honor can do what they want in that show. But what do you think? What's like exciting about doing your own show? Like when you make your own show, what's your goal of what you want to say? Like what's your hope for that show?
Well, the good news is I have literally never been a person who's consumed any content. Like as a human, like I am not somebody who like saw shows or had a life, honestly, is really what it is. As a workaholic, like that was it. I just worked so coming into this space, like I started posting online and somebody reached out and they were like, would you want to do this on a stage? And I was like, what?
Huh? What do you mean?
And he's an event producer and he does mostly drag shows, but he was like, I just really like you. Like, can I get you a show? And I said, hell yeah. And we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Like, I have no idea what I would talk about or what. And so he, like, my first ever time I got on a stage, the first time I've ever been in a theater was I headlined Joe's Pub, like, on a Friday. Like, so ridiculous. And you're just also kind of like not like the best because it hasn't been like that since, right? You're like, I sold out Joe's Pub two nights in Manhattan, and you're like, what am I doing?
What am I doing? Exactly. What is this?
Yeah, and the first two shows were really impersonal. Like they were kind of just more like facts and not facts, but like more of my content, which is like, although my content is great, it's really vague.
Gotcha.
And then I was like, well, I know the parts that like that people like were endeared to were the parts where I slipped in my life stuff. And because I don't share my life stuff I do more now than I did before. But like personal stories and things in my life story. And so then the next show, the Keep It Up Cutie show, which was my last tour, was my life story top to bottom. Like
So we went all the way. We went all the way.
Yeah. And it was an hour and 15 minutes of me just yapping.
That's great. I mean, like, you're saying something that's really, I think, important, which is we have the opportunity to, I think it doesn't make sense, but on paper, but when you are more specific, the more people feel like it's their story as well. It's the weirdest phenomenon that there's a saying in improvisational work that Heinz is funnier than ketchup. It's such a deep cut. It's by Mike Myers of, Wayne's World, et cetera, fame. But Heinz is funnier than ketchup is like, if I say Heinz, you feel like called in to picture it, to think about your experience with Heinz, whatever. Like, but if you say ketchup, it's so blurry that the audience may not laugh the same way as if they can picture the thing that you're talking about. So the more you tell your story specifically, the more they're like, yeah, me too. Which doesn't seem like that's the way it would be, that like a vaguer story would call more people in. But it's almost like more specific.
The book, like, I didn't have a mother. I had The Care and Keeping of You, the American Girl doll book.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that reference. Incredible. But like, yeah, isn't that weird that the more you feel like I shouldn't like be so specific because I'll lose them. It's like, that's not
right. Because you're like, maybe they're not going to like, that's going to be too niche of a reference. And then like everyone's loves it.
Yeah.
Even if it's 10 people, you're like, I got it.
I got it. Isn't that so funny? And it's so wonderful too that in my opinion, it's cool that you haven't been dunked in like club life, because then you're writing what you have to say without any pretense of it should go this way for it to be successful. And that's cool. Like, we need more art that isn't just like a patterned framework of how it has to be.
I also don't know how to, like, that's the thing. Like, I obviously don't come from a comedy background. I don't even come from a writing background. I don't even, like, none of it. So I can't necessarily write jokes, but I can do my show and know what people laugh at. And then just build on it in real time. Like,
that's right. Like building a joke is a really cool art by itself. I don't do stand up all the time, but here and there, like, building a joke is really awesome. But that said, they're taking an organic moment between like me and my castmates or me and the audience over the joke writing gene, I think, because it's more about like presence and what happens today. It's more fun.
I also like that when you do it like in real time and it's happening, I am laughing at me. Like, I will say something that I think is so funny, and then like I can't stop laughing, and I'm like, that was really funny.
Yeah, like, did we all hear that banger? It was pretty dumb.
That was so funny.
That's great. Like, why not celebrate that we all heard it together at the same time, including me?
Yeah.
Including me.
You're like, I didn't write that joke.
This is a pretty good joke, by the way, and it's right off the dome. Yeah, it's fun. Why not? I'm so excited that you're going to be doing it. Well, you've already done a comedy run, and now you have a brand new tour. So what do you think Big Dumb Crybaby is going to be about?
I mean, I kind of know. It's very much a blend of both things. It's like my life story real pared down with like the funniest. And by the funniest parts, I mean, like, I almost died. You know, you're like,
oh, I laughed. Oh, she told the story where, of course.
Yeah. And then like, so just like I go longer on the things that I know are funny and kind of like wrap up the deep life stuff quicker. But it's a combination of both. And I end all my shows with like a 20 to 30 minute Q&A because the reality is that they're there to see me and they're paying to see me. And I want them to have a chance, like if I didn't already give them what they needed, to get what they need out of it. And I've gotten at the end of the show from somebody, and it's like such a backhanded compliment, but the guy was like, I was watching the show and I like couldn't decide if you wanted to be here or not. And I was like, oh, that's because I'm terrified. He said, until you started answering questions. He goes, and then you just like came to life, and like that's what you're so good at. And I was like, yes, but I have a really hard time when I don't know what people want. And so that first 45 minutes is me like guessing what you want to hear, and then it's like what do you actually want to know about me, and then I get to answer that. And
that's
cool. I really am very comfortable, and I'm very like a very open book, which I think is a trauma response where you just like say way too much all the time. And people are like, huh.
All right.
So it's like a combination of everything. That's why I think I have a hard time like describing it quickly.
No, that's fine. I think that if you could, it would be too packaged. It's like more fun to think it's a story about you and telling your life and sharing what you can, and then being open to the idea that people want to hear more specific things that help them, which is like, that's a great show.
and I like a tour because it builds off itself. Like I embarrassed myself in Cincinnati and then I get to talk about it in Columbus and like it's I love it to go like that. Like one of my shows in Seattle, I cried for 40 minutes.
Oh.
Because I just like it just like hit me and I couldn't stop. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, here we
This
are.
is happening.
I am having a breakdown. Like,
here we are.
Right here in front of you. This is amazing.
Okay.
And it was so bad because like not bad. It was very authentic because I was like, oh, this isn't gonna stop. So I'm just gonna keep talking.
Yeah.
Like while I cry at you. And
isn't that the moments you cherish with actual friends the most though, where you feel like you have these great laughs with people that you love, but then the day that they trust you to like let them be seen all the way. And you're like, oh, we're actually friends now, where you're like telling me your fears or what's on your actual mind or what you're fucking scared of or like what you're sad about. And it's like, oh, this is kind of what we should be doing all the time anyway.
Yeah. And like, even in that moment, like I wasn't like thrilled about it. And also there was a couple of people there who didn't know who I was, which is like,
oh my God. Yeah. You're like, we can't bring Jim Gaff again and we're going to see what this lady's about. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. And you're like, and they're like, she's crying. But then you get to be like, here's why I'm crying. Like, I'm exhausted. I have been on the road for 17 days. Like I am really sleepy. This was a 9:30 p.m. show, which was way past my bedtime.
That's another thing too. Like comedy biorhythms are insane. Like being like, well, we're going to start our show at 11 and then like, you'll be up till like 4 a.m, just kind of like panicked because you're spinning from the show. Even if you want to rest, you're just still like white knuckling it, coming out of a show. Cause there's so many people there. It's like people bring energy, the show brings energy, and then you walk away and you can either go like get a drink, get food or whatever. But even if you don't, you go home to your house and you're like, what just happened? There's such a weird come down from it that like people don't. It's like, imagine giving a speech at your job at 1 p.m. It's like, of course you'd be wired till 5, but it's not like, it's not 1 p.m., it's wild.
I have like 4 of my shows are at like 3 p.m., which I'm stoked about because
hell yeah, man, give me a matinee.
I thrive at 3 p.m. I'll tell you what.
Yes, we're all thriving. We're all having a snack. We're all just hanging around. Yeah, the
like,
expectations are different.
Together? Does that sound weird?
Do you all want to go you want to go get some apps? Let's go get some apps.
Somebody yesterday messaged me and they're like, 3 p.m. is like a weird time. And I was like, yep.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, it is.
I'm like, I'm gonna not tell you why it's at 3 p.m. It's because I can't get a 7 p.m. slot on a weekend, but
yeah, 3 p.m. You know what? I've had people request 3 p.m. shows, like truly. So I think
I literally told my agent, I was like, hey, just so you know, I like a Monday. I like a 3 p.m.
Yeah. Like let it be what it is.
Yeah, I'm like, slip me in. I'm like, I love a tiny theater. And he's like, why do you love a tiny theater? And I'm like, because there'll be people there. Like, come on.
Yeah, it'll feel full and like different. The energy's different. It's different. Yeah. Oh, that's so exciting. Well, congrats. It's happening soon. Cincinnati's your first city. What's your last city? Do you know?
Portland.
Portland. Okay, great. So there's like a month of shows in that span, or is it longer than that?
It's 6 weeks.
It's 6 weeks. Okay, cool.
It's Cincinnati, Columbus, Chattanooga, Birmingham, Atlanta, Tampa, Miami, Plano, Houston, Austin, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Phoenix, Spokane, Tacoma, Portland.
Get your tickets.
Yeah,
dude. That's exciting. Good show, tickets. Hey, do you want to do this dumb little thing we do on this pod now? That's like an easy riff of. I'll tell you how it goes.
Okay.
Here's the idea. So people approach me and ask me for advice. I hate giving advice because I feel like it's not my place unless I'm asked. So my people pleaser, my people pleaser is like, oh, maybe. But I also have this I have this bohemian side that always wants to make people feel like loved and protected. That's pretty primary. But I also have this little tough basketball coach. It's like, you should do this. So I always wrestle with what kind of advice to give. People write us in an advice type question. We read it. We first give easy, soft surrounding advice, and then we give tough love advice. and then we pick which one we think wins.
I love it.
Are you ready?
I'm born ready.
Okay, then we're good. Then we're all set. Here's the question of the day coming to both of us. Question of the day is, how do I handle the idea of ignoring the haters, especially when I hear it from a hater? Which I think part one is like the ignore the haters part is the primary of this one. Like, how do you handle the idea of ignoring the haters? Especially being social media people, it happens.
There's one of two ways. One way is you just be sassy about it.
That's good.
You be a real hater back. That's only if you're feeling mentally up to being a hater back.
Yeah. How many times
when you screenshot the mean comment and you show everybody. You show the world what they've done.
Chef's kiss.
The other thing you could do is just be very, very sad.
Yeah, like we welcome you to feel your feelings and feel sad. I think that this like the nice version of this answer, I suppose, for me is like, I do believe that ignoring the haters is truly the right answer. I mean, I know that it's like, it's also a thing that we all aspire to do. I mean, when I hear expressions like that, when I hear like someone calling someone cringe, for example, I like cringe at them calling someone cringe. So it's kind of a big loop at this point of like, you're shaming someone for finding joy. Like, let them live their fucking life.
That's when I say, yeah, that's when you say like, I'm so sorry that nobody ever made you feel safe enough to be exactly who you wanted to be out loud. Yes, like, I'm so sorry that never happened for you.
What good advice. That's it. Like, that's the beauty of it is like why, when you can't let yourself be seen all the way, you're really eager to want to point the finger and be like, nice try, Linda, about like someone going for it and doing their fun little TikTok dance or whatever the hell they're doing. It's like, who cares? Like, they're having a good time in this life, which is all we can ask of anyone. So like, yeah, like ignoring
it's so
the haters,
hard to have a good time.
It's so hard to have a good time.
We all need to take a deep dive and look at our own secondhand embarrassment that we feel when we see things that are cringy, because it's like, is it? Or are you just conditioned to act a certain way, and that's not the way that, you grew up around? And are they hurting anybody?
Yeah, are they hurting anybody? It's always my first thing. Well, I just had that talk with my partner last night. We were chatting about like, if you do something that makes you feel alive, safe, surrounded, happy, and someone has something to say about that, the only question that's valid is it hurting anyone else? That's the only question that's valid. Is like, is it? And if it isn't, then you get to be like, you know what? Good for them. Like, not everything is my bag, but like,
have fun. Go crazy.
There's so much preventing joy and fun in this life that like, if anyone's finding any part of it, I am on board. I am on board with them doing it.
Like, and the other, like with haters too, also, it's not about you.
Good. That's good. So this is like, maybe that's tough love to the hater. And I'm going to give it as well. If someone gives you some horrendous comment at work or online or in real time, whatever, like the likelihood that it's actually you that's bothering them is very low. It's
super
very
low.
Crazy low, because you're sort of symbolizing something to them that they can't get for themselves, or you're symbolizing someone else in their actual life that they're closer with that does something that perturbs them and like triggers them to feel whatever they're feeling at you, especially in online content where it's like, oh yeah, well, you think you can just be joyful? Well, it's like, this is not about me.
It's
this
like,
is not
are you smiling when bad things happen in the world? And it's like, sorry.
Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's a tough one right now. And I know lots of people that are listening and watching feel that too, is like what amount of joy, and being in the comedy industry, some of my friends that are doing comedy on really high levels, it's like, there's a guilt kind of like panging in us. That's like, how much joy is appropriate right now? And there's also that converse sort of lesson of, we want to have joy to show that it is possible. Like, we have to remember why we want to be alive.
Yeah.
Like there has to be some element of joy, because if we lose all joy, there's no goal. There's no goal for living. So it's kind of like, well, you have to also exemplify joy, even when times are dark sometimes.
Yeah, it's just really I hate when people are like, you should get some perspective. And I'm like, I have perspective.
Yeah.
I just also value my sanity and know that no matter what it is, I still deserve to rest and to eat and to drink water and to take a break from this almost because I can. Like,
yeah.
what a privilege I have.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all that. Both of those things are true. Like you have to drink water, you have to take a nap, you have to like step away from a constant barrage of news cycle. And I feel like I'm very informed and very engaged. And I still feel like if I don't force myself to step away, I am going to become a husk and I won't have the energy to provide solace or joy for anyone else, including myself. So it's like it has to be in balance or there's no point. Like I feel like that has to be, we need to say that to ourselves so much because it's so important for you to remember why you're happy or like why there is something beautiful in the world because you won't fight for things when they aren't beautiful. You know, like that's what it's all about.
I say like when I'm inviting people to go on a trip with me and I'm like, do I feel insane right now? Asking you to go on vacation? Yeah,
oh, sure.
I do. But
sure.
also I have to do like something.
I have to do something.
Yeah.
Well, you have to like touch the world. You have to touch the world and like see what is gorgeous about it. Right. I mean, like that's, and that includes the people. That includes people. I went to San Fran on tour this past weekend and we went to Muir Woods, which is like a national protected park of redwoods, really close to San Fran. And it's so good. That's so sweet. It's so cute. And like, it's so beautiful. It's an easy dip out of like these main cities. And I was like, I got to see some redwoods. If I don't see some redwoods, what the hell are we even doing that close? So we went and everyone I saw there was like, it was a dark week last week. It's been a dark year, all of it. But like everyone was like smiling at each other, being quiet, being like respectful of the grounds. Someone like needed a hand up from a seated position and like a stranger came over and helped them up. I saw people like offering to take pictures of each other. Like, oh, do you want to be inside the tree? And like, I'll take a picture. But like, they didn't know each other. And they'd have this little exchange of, you know, like, I'm from here. Where are you from? Like they had like little chit chats. And I walked away with my partner and we were like, I have to believe that people are more like this all the time when not under insane pressure and duress, that like, this is our status quo. Like our status quo is like, hey, how are you? I'm kind. Like, I don't believe that people in general aren't like that. I just don't.
The internet is such a small place. Like, I know it really isn't and it's huge, but I think it's also such a small place where like the world feels so heavy to me all of the time because I'm so chronically online. And then I go out in the world and people are like, what do you mean? I don't know anything about that. I'm just like, oh my God.
Same.
There has to be a line, but like, man.
Like, what are we spiraling in? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
like
big
spiraling in my algorithm, like in my padded room, in my
totally. Like, yeah, the bell jar has got us all. Like, we are very much in this little like cloish, like this little cloish thing, just sitting there being like, what else do I need to think about and like worry about that I have very little control over, especially like at least like on a communal level, sure. On a maybe monetary level, if you have that privilege, sure. Like maybe saying things and speaking up for people that need you, definitely. That all said, like I can only do some things. And so when I sit and spiral about like the things that are way beyond my reach, I don't know if that's good for anyone's body or brain or heart.
Yeah, like fighting in a comment section.
Fighting in a comment section.
You're like, you think you're gonna change just one person's mind in this comment section?
Yeah, good luck, dude. Good luck. Because like that person could never hear you or never be ready to receive the energy back. Or B, that person's not a person, which is something we also need to remember. It's like it could not even be a person. It might be a bot that's like on there to like trigger engagement with whoever talks back to them. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
Like, also in the terms of like the haters thing, I think like a thing to internalize for yourself is that like there are people who aren't ready for you.
There are people that aren't ready for you. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful.
I say that because if I met me today 10 years ago. Like if we came face to face and tried to have a conversation.
Yep.
She would be like,
what's your deal?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. For real.
We have a plan and I don't like this.
You're off the path, Anna.
Yeah.
You're off the path, my friend.
Yeah, for real. She'd be like, no. And so I have a much easier time with haters being like, well, they're not ready for me. And that's fair. I've been there.
That's nice. Let's say that's like you're like tough. I'm gonna call these tough loves because I feel like the easy love is, feel your feelings and feel like know that you're more. But the tough love is the internet is weird. Workers are weird. There's like a Buddhist principle that's like the people that have something to say about you often are saying it about themselves or someone else, right? Like that, the very paraphrase. It's like that's not it, and it's like they're not ready for you. Is a really lovely tough love of like they're not ready for you. Walk away. Like who cares? Like keep living your joy is a great piece of advice.
Yeah. I mean, I also think of like working in customer service, like the amount of people who come up to you and like yell at you about a t-shirt and you're just like, it's a t-shirt.
Just a little perspective. We're talking about a shirt.
You're like, there's so much going on in this world. And that is an $18 piece of fabric. And the way you're screaming at me, I think there's something else going on here.
There might be something up. There might be something up. I'm just taking a guess. Yeah.
I'm going to say this is a bigger picture problem.
This might not be about this cotton poly. You know what I mean? We might be talking about something else. That's right. Okay, great advice. You did it. So you listed your cities. Anywhere else that people can check you out and look at your stuff other than what I know to be, but like what would you say to an average person that wants to dip into your content?
I'm AKPRZY everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, all the things. I have them all, but not posting regularly on I have everything. I have Red Note, Clapper, Lemonade, We Are 8, all the.
You could have switched into fake ones and I wouldn't have known. If you're like, I've got spatula.
Flim Flam.
I've got Flim Flam. I'm really new on Flim Flam. So
Party Foam.
Yeah. I've got Hornet's Nest. I've got
whatever it is, I've got it. Yeah, that's actually good. I need to write that into my outro for the show. When
I've got what else?
I gotta slip a few in that aren't real. Because there are so many now that I'm like, We Are 8, Neptune. There was like this one I tried to get on and I didn't get the confirmation email and gave up.
I don't know. Yeah. You can find her.
I'm everywhere and I'm akprzy.com as well. You can travel with me. It's actually very fun. I was really skeptical at first, but now I love it. So
where's your next trip?
We are going to Germany in December for the Christmas markets.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah.
That's very fun.
And then my next 2 trips after that are sold out, but then we're going to Thailand in March.
Hell yeah. I love
which
Thailand.
Will be amazing. And then Ireland in June. September sold out. And then Christmas markets 2026. So
cool. These are great. These are great trips.
Yeah.
Have you been to any of those places before that you're looking forward to returning?
I've been to Ireland, but I haven't been anywhere else. No, I'm just, it's a really nice way to go. You don't have to think about anything. I think about everything for you. And it's a way where I get to just hang out with 8 people who I know already like me. And then you kind of can trust that they'll be you will all have something in common.
Yeah.
And then also I am not a person who's ever going to force you to do stuff. So
cool.
It's
That's so good.
It's there's no pressure. If you want to come, come. If you don't want to come, don't come.
It's cool. It's cool.
I'm not going to be offended if you go have dinner by yourself. Please.
That is so great. Okay, great. Well, thanks for being on here today, and I'll see you in a week.
Yeah. Oh my God. What
2 places at the Funny Bone and Nest Theater. Come see us.
I can't believe it's really happening.
Me too. I can't wait to see you.
And Erin will be there too.
Okay, great. Yeah, we have a mutual friend that we didn't know we had from college and from her life. Can you believe it? What's going on?
Smallest world in the whole world.
Smallest world. See you in a week. You're listening to a podcast on the Roost Nest Podcasting Network, executive produced by the Nest Theater and Comedy Arts Center. Co-founded and funded by Rance Rizzuto and Terry DeFrancisco. For more information on the Nest Theater, go to nesttheater.com.
Roost
Nest Podcasting Network.